Hello, today for this lesson we're going to go over Storymatic, which is a storytelling game. And with this game we'll be answering the question, how can you create a story from random narrative elements? So we've done various storytelling or narrative writing exercises throughout the year. Today our goal is to develop a story using random elements of character and plot. We'll also be incorporating elements that we're currently learning about in class. So first, the background. Hello, today for this lesson we're going to go over Storymatic, which is a storytelling game. And with that game we're going to answer the question, how can you create a story from random narrative elements? So we've done various narrative writing exercises or storytelling exercises throughout the year. Today our goal is to develop a story using random elements of character and plot. I'll also ask you to use relevant elements that we're working on in class currently. So what is Storymatic? What's the background? Well, Storymatic is a box of 540 unique storytelling cards used by writers, teachers, and creative people all over the world to tell stories. Half of the cards, the yellow cards, are about characters, and the other half, the blue cards, are about the plot, so the situations, problem, places, and objects. And you put those two halves together, and you have the basis for a story. So what are the basics? How do you use these cards? So first you draw two yellow cards. Those are the character cards, and from those cards you're supposed to combine them and make one character. Usually when you're doing this exercise you make that character your main character, but that doesn't have to be the case. It can be the protagonist and antagonist. It can be supporting characters. So it could be the good guy, the bad guy. It could be someone supporting the good guy, right? 3, draw a blue card, or 2 if you want. Usually it's a little bit easier to start if you draw one blue card, and that's the plot card, and it gives you an important piece of what happens in your story. As you begin writing about your character in that plot piece, sometimes you can draw a second one and it'll help you or prompt you to get further along in the story. Number 4, so you use those two combined yellow cards, the character cards and the plot cards, to lead you into a story. So a story has to have certain elements. It needs a beginning, middle, and end. And when you finish that story, you can start another one. So here's an example. So I'm starting the game. I draw two character cards, two yellow cards, a collector of shiny things, and someone with a key that nobody else has. So I'm going to combine those two cards together, and I will have maybe someone on the beach who is looking for valuables and they find a key. So I draw two cards, combine them together. Then I draw a blue card, or 2 if I want. I drew the card Shadows. So as this person is walking along the beach, looking for shiny things, looking for this key, maybe there's an animal off in the shadows, or maybe there's something mysterious off in the shadows in the trees, back away from the beach. Then I let the cards lead me into a story. So I say, okay, he finds this key, there's something lurking in the shadows, something about this feeling this main character's having draws that person into the forest with the key. Oh, and they find a bunker, a hidden bunker, and oh, the key fits. And that will lead me down the path of my story, figuring out, okay, what's in this hidden bunker on the beach. Then when I'm finished, I can start again. There are only 2 rules. The 2 rules are your main character should change through from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. It doesn't have to be a big change. So it can be a physical change, an internal change. They have to learn something, right? Most stories, the character grows. Keep your main character alive. So don't just create a main character to, in the first line, kill off that main character, because then it kind of destroys the flow of your story. All right, so you're ready to start Storymatic. Storymatic. Good luck.